Hello everyone, how are we doing today? Today I'm going to be doing my 60th application review, which is going to be my top 5 apps for reviews number 51 through 59. And I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird right now and if I sound a little bit like I'm trying to whisper, but as you see on my iPod clock, it is 12:15 right now, 12:16 right now, and it's 16 minutes past midnight, so everyone in my house is sleeping right now. So we're just going to start this review off a little bit quieter than usual, and we're going to start it with my number 5 review, which is going to be Plum Caddy. And it's a temporarily free application. Apparently it's supposed to be temporarily free, but it's been free for quite a while. So I don't know if that's going to be the new permanent setting for price, but it's been like that for quite a while. But still, you might want to pick it up just in case they do ever want to change it back to a actually priced application. So what this application does is allows you to track your golf shots and scores on any course that you actually want to across America without any Wi-Fi or any internet service whatsoever, actually, which is a nice feature about it. So anyway, what you do is you have new rounds and my rounds. We'll go into my round, and you can go to Plum Caddy. There's a couple rounds that I've already started. This is one that I have in progress that apparently I started 1 month ago. And then, or you can go in a new round, and if you go in a new round, it cancels out. You can only have one at a time. And then from here on, you can actually search courses that have already been downloaded onto the Plum Caddy database online, or you can actually go on to plumcaddy.com and you can make your own courses using Google Maps. But just to get one that's already here online, let's go through and we will do Raymond Golf Course, because I know Raymond is a course that's actually near me, pretty close to me right now. So what we can do here is it tells you a little bit about it, and you can click Raymond, and it'll start immediately downloading. It's a little bit of a download, probably about 20 to 30 seconds to actually download all 18 holes, and you can do this without GPS or without internet. Once it's downloaded, you need to be in Wi-Fi to download a course. But once you have it all downloaded and everything, you can turn your Wi-Fi off, and you can go out, you can play around a golf completely without internet. And the nice feature about that is that it has all the maps already stored onto your device at a time, and you don't need to be in internet. So if I were to hit my first shot, which I'll show you in about a second or so, then you can actually go to your next shot. You can see the entire hole that you're playing on, the entire course, and you can be completely without internet access. So when you first start off, it kind of helps you set up your scorecard. There's men's and women's, which is known as forward. There's all the different types of tees. We'll play off the black tees today. Tells you down here the slope rating, par, and yardage. Actually, if you actually have those put in, go to next. Play the front 9. You can start on any hole that you'd like to. We'll start on the first hole, and we will tee off. Alrighty, so now it's loading all the tees, and it's going to load my first hole. This is the number 1 hole at Raymond Memorial Golf Course. So what you can do, just like a picture, you can actually pinch in. And here's the tee boxes. So what we can do here is you tap on any of the tee boxes. This is where you select your first shot to drive from, hit the arrow. You choose what club you want to use to actually drive with. We'll choose a driver. Back. And then you can go out, and we'll say that we hit my shot a little bit past this bunker. Double tap there, and that's where my next shot will be. Down here at the bottom with your HUD, you can do play, so you can continue to do this type of method. You can choose your putts to choose the amount of putts that you've actually used, the range away from your last shot, your history to show you how you've done in the previous shots when you've played this course, and then info, which is just a little bit about your past and what you're doing actually right now throughout this round. That's going to be the entire application. It's a golf tracker, fantastic one at that, one of the best ones that I've actually seen in the App Store, and surprisingly it's going to be free. That is my number 5 application, going to be called Plum Caddy. Alrighty guys, and my next application for you is going to be one of my newer ones that I've actually recently reviewed. It is going to be my number 4th application. It's free, called textPlus. And what textPlus allows you to do is freely send unlimited text messages to mobile cell phones across America. Another cool feature about it is that aside from it being free and unlimited texting, you can not only receive text, but you can send multiple texts out to different people at a time, allowing kind of a group chat going on with multiple conversations in the same room. So you go here if you want to actually create a message. Very simple. You can use your iPhone contacts that are already stored onto your device, or you can enter in a phone number manually with pulling up a keypad here. I'm going to pull this away, put in my phone number. Alrighty, now we're done. Now that we actually have my phone number put in right there, it shows you that I have one number actually put it in here. We will compose a message. Okay, and we will just say, good thing I can't type. Hey. So you click send. Takes a few seconds to actually send it. I'm going to pull this away because it will sell my number. Alrighty. And there we go. Up at the very top, it'll show you your cell phone numbers and all the people that are actually included into this group chat at the moment. Or if you want to, you can actually just leave it down there. There's my conversation. And right here on my cell phone, I just got a text message from 606-111-0 something 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 something. So anyway, I just got my text message actually received, and that's pretty much the entire application. That's all I'm going to show you guys for it. That is going to be called textPlus, a free application at my number 4 on my top 5. And my number 3 application is actually going to be a pretty pricey one that is temporarily on sale right now at $6.99, but originally priced at $9.99. That is going to be called Tiger Woods PGA Tour. And it is one of the best constructed applications I've seen so far in the App Store. It's by EA Sports, which is a definitely big name brand known through the gaming industry. It's a great company, so obviously they're going to deliver when they actually go to the mobile gaming on your iPod Touch and iPhone. But right now we're on a loading screen, but I'll try and show you what you can actually do all with this application. Try and go to the main menu. Alrighty, so as you see, just a little quick preview right here, the graphics are fantastic, but we're actually going to go to the main menu. And just another loading screen, shouldn't be as long. There we go. Alrighty, so this is my profile known as Bill. You have 4 different options from this main menu. Play Now, which puts you into any event that you really want to. You can completely customize the rules, where you're going to be playing, who you're going to be playing as, and how many players. It can be up to 4 different players on the same device. PGA Tour is more of the single player campaign where you're actually going to be playing on different tour events with the pros. You can get more games, which will show you all the games created by EA Sports, or options. There's just a few options where you can change your profile, you can upgrade your player after you've got money from the different tournaments, game options, and help. So we'll go into Play Now and I'll show you what you can do. 1 to 4 players, a bunch of different types of rules: stroke play, match play, skins, Stableford, modified Stableford, shootouts, stroke play again. So we'll go back to stroke, and team play off: course, Pebble Beach, St. Andrews, TPC Sawgrass, the K Club, Doral, Fan Court, TPC Boston. You can do all 18, front 9, back 9, random 3, random 5, custom, or go back. Click over here. You can do different tee selects, the pin select, green speed, fairway speed, and rough length. Play check, check, play as my person. And now we'll start the loading screen. You will encounter a few loading screens. You actually do get to go through one between each hole, but the holes usually take about 1 to 2 minutes to play per person, and the loading screens are about 10 seconds, so it's really not that noticeable. But after you play through a few rounds, you might notice a little bit of a loading screen backup. So anyway, really nice graphics already. As you see, you got nice animations with your created character as you customize them. And down at your HUD, you have the clubs that you're using, what type of shot, how far you are away from the hole, and then over here it shows you where you are in your lie. Now if you want a preview of the course like on the console games, you click on this little bullseye and it'll zoom forward and you can actually see where your shot's going to be landing and the wind speed. So we'll try my driver, and now we'll pull up the actual shot status bar pretty much. So to hit a ball, you pull back. Your club will pull back in real time. You can lift off if you want to stop. But anyway, as you see, this is curved. So if I were to pull to the right and then go up again to the right, or if I were to do the same thing the opposite way and go up to the left, then that would either deliver a fade or a draw, which is pretty much a right or a left to the ball. So if I want to do a little bit of a fade, pull it back to the right, hold it for power, and then move forward. Up, we're going to get in the rough, and we're in the rough now. So you do have announcers as you go through this application, and the announcers are the same ones that you do encounter throughout the console series games, but they are awful in this application. They completely get the applications, or they get the shots wrong all the time. They don't know what they're talking about 90% of the time, and it gets outrageously annoying because half the time you're completely deciding what to do on your own, and even if you're listening to what they're saying, you could hit a fantastic shot on the green, they'll insult you, or you could hit one in the rough and they'll say that it was a fantastic shot and it was a great job. So that's pretty much the only downside of this application. Aside from it, I would definitely recommend going to check it out, especially because it's on sale right now for $6.99. That is going to be my number 3 application called Tiger Woods PGA Tour. And my number 2 application is actually on the same screen, and it's going to be called Lose It. It is a free application, surprisingly, and what it is a fantastically designed weight tracking system. When you actually first start up the application, you create your own little small profile. When you add in your gender, your height, your weight already, usually what you eat in a day, so it pretty much gets to know you just a little bit to see how you're actually going to be working with this application. Down at the bottom HUD, you have your day that you're temporarily on, your log, which will show you what you've actually eaten in the day or any days previous to it, your goals, which is where you actually want to be in a certain amount of time. If you want to to lose pounds, lose a certain amount of pounds, or if you want to stay at the temporary weight that you're actually at. And then over here in more, you can actually do stuff like add in foods, add in exercises, recipes. You can go into preferences, and you can go just a little bit more into about and help and learn a little bit more about the application itself. So we'll go back into goals. When you go into goals, you can see your weight and modify a profile, and also you can record today's weight if you want to weigh yourself every other day or so like that to see how you're actually doing with the application. Go under log. You can add in a food in your log. So say if I had a hamburger today, I'll go into add. We'll go into dinner. I can either do a brand name food. So let's say we did a brand name food. Go to restaurant food, and we'll say that we went to McDonald's. So if I were to go to McDonald's and I got a hamburger, let's say that I got a Big Mac without sauce cheeseburger. So I click that. It'll tell me how many I actually had. I only had one of them. And it's 468 calories, and it shows me all the fat, cholesterol, sodium, all that stuff. So I add that into my daily log, and then there it is, my log. And now if I go back into my day, it'll show me that I've used 468 calories, and I can still use 1,344 calories. So if you want to, aside from adding more foods, you can actually add in an exercise. So let's say an exercise is that today I did. There's pretty much every exercise actually you could possibly think of. Let's say that I did football for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Add, and that will take off, wow, it took off a crap load of calories. Took off 1,300 calories for just playing 140 minutes of football. So anyway, we will take football out, and what you do when you want to do that is you go to edit, and you can push subtract and delete it. So if we wanted to add in a little bit more of a realistic exercise, if we want to say let's play golf. So we played golf, and it gets very actual specific with this. So let's say that we played 45 minutes of golf. What type of golf did I play? General, pulling clubs, carrying clubs, using a power cart, or miniature golf. Let's play I played 45 minutes of miniature golf. Add exercise, and I burned 120 calories. So now I still have 1,400 calories to spend on my day. You can continuously add foods or add exercises if you want, but the application is surprisingly free, and even if you think that you're completely in shape, it still helps to budget where you're at. I feel like I am in shape, but when you actually see about how much you're eating in one day, just a couple burgers, if you want to get 2 burgers from like Wendy's, that's about 3/4 of your day's calorie intake, especially if you're a teenager, so you want to be careful with that, but just a little bit of a cool application there. It's completely free, surprisingly. It's going to be called Lose It, and it is my number 2 application in my top 5. Alrighty guys, and my number 1 application is going to be The Sims 3. I'm pretty sure this is pretty obvious because I went crazy when this application came out and I'm still loving it. But anyway, if you want to see a full review of The Sims 3, it's like a 15-minute review. Check over here in the more info section. I have my review that I've actually posted onto my channel. I'm not going to go too in-depth on this review right here. I'm just going to show you the basics of The Sims 3. So what you do is when you first start off the application, you actually get to create your own character. You cannot create families in this application, and once you get married, you cannot have babies, which is a huge downside because a lot of the time that's some of the best things in the actual Sims series for the console and PC games. So when here you go into start game, you choose one of your 3 profiles. We'll go under Bill, and it'll load up my actual character and my actual town. Pretty much it'll load up my life in The Sims 3. Just takes a few seconds to load, and you will encounter quite a few loading screens throughout The Sims 3 actual application, but it is definitely worth it. As you see, these graphics are phenomenal. It's pretty hard right now to see my entire house actually. It is nighttime, so we'll just try and walk into another house. Or walk into another room in my house, I'm sorry, so the lights will turn on, and there we go. I got quite a few rooms in here. I've actually updated my house a lot. I'm on the very final update that I can actually have. And cool thing about it, here's our HUD. It's very sim friendly. It's exactly like the rest of the Sim series. Over here in the left corner, we have our buy mode, which is where we can move or sell furniture or buy new furniture. You have quite a few different options actually for furniture. It's usually just the basics such as cables or countertops, refrigerators, dishwashers, maybe like a microwave or something like that. For living, you have the same thing, chairs, couches, and beds. Really nothing too fancy in here, and you usually have different upgrades such as like a crappy bed, a retro bed, a fun bed, and then there's actually the nice modernized bed. So that's pretty much throughout when you actually go in to buy stuff. It's usually things that you'll actually need in your house more than things that would be fun, a little bit quirky to actually have around. Going to X, left bottom corner again, click this will have your main menu. Down here, this will show you your statistics and status right now and how your sim is actually doing. A very, very important part of the Sim series. Tells you how your sim is actually doing throughout his life, what their mood is, and if they'll pretty much have a chance of promotion, or maybe they're going to die if they haven't eaten in a while. Down here is actually your goals and wish list. This will make your sim happier if you complete more goals. right bottom corner, you have your main menu actually, so you can actually choose, you see your wishes and goals. You can scroll through, you can actually see if you want to go to the town, which is where we're going to head now. So we're going to go to the town right now, and inside the town I will show you everywhere that you can go in this little application. The application is $9.99, and if it was $9.99 just to be able to go inside your own house, that'd be a terrible deal. But every single building that you see lit up right here, all these lights, you are able to access. You can go in there and it is an exact replica kind of what we just saw, just completely differently arranged. So you're not going to be going into the same building, but you will have the exact same amount of control to actually go around. So let's go over to my girlfriend's house right now named Kia. So you walk over to Kia's house, and it takes a while to actually walk over, but after you go to another Sim's house, you can see what their kind of lifestyle is, and you can actually see how you're able to upgrade your own home. So we have another loading screen, just like the other ones we're going to be seeing throughout this review. And now we are in Kia's house. So we'll just walk inside because we're dating. She should be cool with it. So we walk inside, you zoom out again, and you can see her living room. There's her bedroom in there. And as you see, it's a different space, but it is another living space you can actually pretty much just encounter and interact with. The Sims 3 has about 15 to 20 different buildings you can actually go inside. But if we want to go back to the town one more time, I will show you what you can actually do there. There's 4 different areas in the town that you're able to get a job at. You can go to City Hall, or Town Hall, which is this big building right here. You can get a job there. You can get a job at the Quick Mart, which is where you can buy local ingredients to make recipes, and you can also sell fish to get a lot of money that you can actually fish for in this local lake right here. There's a little tip. Don't get a job, just fish in this lake and go sell your fish. You will make so much more money. You can also get a job at the laboratory right there, or you can get a job at this Corsican Bistro. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. But other than that, there's the 4 places you can get jobs at. You do have to go to your job every single day at the correct amount of or the correct time, because if you don't, you will get fired. But other than that, guys, it's a complete world pretty much. It's just what you would expect to be in a Sims application. It is a watered down version of obviously the Sims 3 that you can buy for the PC and Mac, but for having a watered down version, this is definitely not a bad version whatsoever. It is fantastically done. They did a great job actually designing the application, and if you want to see a full review of it, check over here in the more info section. Hey guys, do you want a full list of every app that I've ever reviewed starting from app review number 1? Go to my YouTube homepage and click the link under full list of applications. It'll give you a Word document including the title of an application, the pricing, and the rating. Hopefully this helps. I'll talk to you guys later.